Yo, what is up? Travels with Buddy Nation. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a YouTube video review of a YouTuber called Durianrider. And the video is how to control your anxiety 1000% of the time. And I thought this video was very interesting. This guy is he's a vegan, vegetarian. He's a bike rider. He's very lean, and he eats a high sugar diet. He eats a lot of fruits and vegetables. But the main thing that's I notice about him is he eats a lot of sugar. He puts sugar on everything. He claims to anyway, and he says it's great for energy, weight loss, and mental clarity. And so I figured I'd do something a little different and do a product review, or not a product review, but a video review of this Durianrider YouTuber, um, and just give my opinion of his video, and let me know what you think of it and what you think of a high sugar diet, and if it's good or bad. I know in the medical industry and everything, people say, oh, refined sugar is not good to eat too much of, and hear a lot of negative things about it. But he says just the opposite. He says he eats a lot of refined sugar, and he claims that it helps him in his weight loss, and in his energy level and his sports performance. So, well, anyways, without further ado, I will play the video and tell me what you think after the video. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and action. What is up, Travels with Buddy Nation? Today, we're going to do a video on a Durianrider, how to control your anxiety 1000% of the time. This guy is a vegetarian. He has a pretty radical diet. He eats a lot of refined sugar. It's something that I was always told in my research, something to avoid. But this guy has some, I don't know, he's got pretty radical ideas about refined sugar. And I'd like to share this video if anybody interested in learning about it. And here's some of the information he talks about.
Shortcoming steps at front. I said to him, what do you have difficulty with steps? Is it coordination? Is it balance? She says, no, just the legs are weak. And so we've got to have more sugar. She's like, oh.
He's talking about eating more sugar. You need to eat more sugar. Most of the sugar that I get is from fruits and vegetables. I try to avoid eating too much refined sugar. But don't forget, this guy here, he's a cyclist, and he does a lot of endurance training, rides his bike everywhere, so he burns off a lot of calories. But he suggests that sugar is what keeps him lean and strong, and it's good for your brain, and it's good for your mental clarity and all that sort of thing. It's pretty interesting what he says about sugar.
I can't have sugar. Well, I can tell that you don't eat much sugar because she could, I'm not being mean here, I'm just talking pure physiology. She could definitely lose 30 kilos. So what I find is that people who fear the sugar, without question, always have poor athletic performance for their own goals in life. Whether it's walking off just a few steps, whether it's running a marathon PR, whether it's whatever.
So he says people that fear sugar, they tend to have less energy. He says that sugar is what gives him all that energy to do all the activities that he does.
Because if you fear refined sugar, you will not be able to do anything to your true potential. Why is that? Because when it's all sucrose, in nature you get it from fruit, but the fruit of these days is grown. There's certain varieties that are really sort of hard, they travel well, there's not much sucrose in there because they pick up sugar early, because otherwise it gets bruised and transported, and it turns up in the shop and everyone wants to bruise banana. It's just like, so they pick the fruit super, super green, super unripe, and then when you eat it when it's ripe, it's just hardly any sucrose in there. So adding sucrose to your diet is going to enhance your anxiety levels, anxiety control, like, just, you only know when you have a go. Get it.
So it's the other thing he says, that the high sugar, it also helps control his anxiety. And the other thing he mentions about is avoiding stimulants like caffeine and coffee, tea, and chocolate. the theobromine in chocolate. He says avoid chocolate, coffee, and tea. But he does have a high sugar-rich diet. He adds it to his fruit. He says he puts it on his whatever fruits he's eating. He'll mix it in his smooth. He'll make banana smoothies and mix, put I don't know, a few tablespoons of sugar in his banana smoothies. He just eats a lot of sugar. But don't forget, this guy, he burns off a lot of calories too. He's not much of a weightlifter. He's more of an endurance trainer.
3 kilo bag of sugar. This is 3 kilos. It costs $1.80 or something in Australia, $1.70 pennies. Get a 3 kilo bag and consume that in a week or so. Just try that experiment.
I couldn't imagine eating this much sugar in a week, and I personally, I wouldn't really recommend it. I'd be a little too. I know that would make me nervous eating this much sugar in 1 week, but it's something that, adding a little bit of sugar to your cereal or maybe to your fruits, and because like he said, a lot of the fruits that they grow these days, the soil's not as rich as it used to be, and the fruits aren't as sweet as they used to be. So he adds refined sugar to the fruits that he eats, and he says it's really good for energy. It's good for your body. It's good for your brain. He says because your body does need a lot of sucrose, and he claims that the reason why a lot of people have a lot of anxiety and depression is because they're not getting enough sugar these days. People are afraid of sugar. And he's probably right about that too, because I know I've been mentally conditioned to fear sugar like it's, like it's a major, something really bad to eat. But if you think about it, sugar is a natural product. It's grown from the ground, sugar cane, and it's the same sugar. The sugar that you find in a bag of sugar like that is basically the same sugar that you find in apples and oranges and watermelon or whatever, bananas, whatever your favorite fruit is. So he does have a point about that. But they also use a lot of sugars. They put a lot of sugar in like dairy products, ice cream and, chocolate and stuff like that. And in a lot of fatty foods that can encourage you to eat more of those dairy products and more of those fattening foods. And I think that can also encourage people to become overweight. So, I mean, sugar is one of those things. It's something it's probably not a bad thing to eat in and of itself. But then again, there's not a whole lot of nutrients in sugar either. There's not a whole lot of vitamins and minerals in sugar. It's just sugar. But again, if you're an athlete and you're working out a lot, it's the carbohydrates that are in sugar. I'm sure you can use. So let's see what he has to say about sugar.
Just try to add it to your fruit, add it to your cereal, cut out your oils. We'll get to that topic, but still, people are like, oh, no.
And this guy's also on a very low-fat diet, too. He doesn't believe in eating a lot of fats. And like a lot of people think that fats are good for energy as well. It's a different form of energy, but he's totally against fats. He believes fats cause people to lose energy. But he is very lean.
No, my doctor said, do it, man. Do it. Right? Don't go, right? Do it, man. Do it. Make the phone call. Make the connection. Get the sugar. Do shit, man.
Well, he is very passionate about his eating a ton of sugar, or eating, I shouldn't say a ton of sugar, but a good amount of sugar. I personally don't recommend it, but it might not be a bad idea to add a little bit more especially if you're underweight, or if you're lacking in energy, mental clarity. The other thing. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and tell me what you think about refined sugar, and wouldn't it be great if refined sugar was really all that healthy, or do you think it is really all that bad for you? Anyway, if you want more information about this video, or if you like to see the entire video, it's called How to Control Your Anxiety 1000% of the Time, and it's by Durianrider, and you can check it out on YouTube. Alright, and that's it for now, and remember to keep training, and remember to, if you like my videos, to subscribe to the channel, and I'd like to get Buddy in the video over here. He's under my desk, but I don't know if he let me pick him up. I just gave him a haircut today, and his hair's a lot shorter, so. But he's going to be a lot cooler in the summertime anyway. But anyways, have an awesome day. Peace out, and maybe I'll show show Buddy in my next video, and you can check him out with his new haircut. All right, everybody, have an awesome day. Keep training. All right.